What is going on, everybody? Cups up. Cheers to you. Hope you're having a fantastic evening. It's going to be very cold out tonight for me. I have to go to the track in about an hour time, and it's like -7 plus wind chill. That's Celsius, by the way. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. I have no clue. All I know is that if I go outside, my face hurts. Not ideal. But before I venture out into that wild, I want to give you guys a very quick update of my 2020 race plans, because I keep talking about in different videos what I'm going to do, but I want it all in one place so that you can come and reference this if you're curious what I'm doing, and I want to know what you're doing. What's your race plans for this year? Do you have any races planned? Do you have a 5K, an Ironman, a quadruple Ironman? What is the crazy stuff you're getting up to? Are you into CrossFit? What type of endurance sport are you enjoying right now? Let me know down below. For me, I will be focusing on triathlon because that's my jam. That's what I love to do. I think it's the perfect balance of all three sports, having that you're never bored. You can swim one day, you can bike another day, you can run twice in a row. The possibilities are endless. Now, I do want to do a few running races because I've never done a marathon. And if I want to get to that Ironman distance, I have to know for sure I can do it. I have to know I can do a marathon. My own mentality. Deep down, I know right now if I were to go out, I probably could run a marathon. But it's that mental barrier. So if I sign up and go out and do it, I will know for sure, hey, Brendon, you can do it, buddy. You're just gonna lace up the boots and go run for 42.2 kilometers. It's easy as that. Now, I have a couple of marathons in mind, but I'm not sure the spacing of them. So, there's a marathon in Halifax called the Blue Nose Marathon. That's typically held at the beginning of June, but the downside of that one is that I'm gonna do half Ironman Mont Tremblant. And half Ironman Mont Tremblant is June 21st of 2020. So I'm not sure if having that less than 3-week break between a marathon and half Ironman is ideal. I don't know if I'll be too fatigued. What do you think? Have you ever done a marathon and then a big half Ironman a few weeks after? I know there are some people that are way more fit than I am that have done that. But I'm no professional athlete. I was a bigger boy like 4 years ago. I'm just getting into this. I'm dipping my toes in the water. But there's another marathon in October called the Valley Harvest Marathon. Now, the special thing about the Valley Harvest Marathon is that they have a 50-kilometer option. And I'm not sure, maybe, just maybe I'll dip my toe into that 50K starting off. Because if I do that, if I can do 50 kilometers, I can do 42 kilometers. Isn't that right? You know that's right. But the downside of that one is that I want to do Challange Daytona. And Challange Daytona is December something. Like the second week of December, I believe Challange Daytona is. But that race seems amazing. If you haven't checked out this race yet, go Google it right now. Pause the video, but make sure you come back. And when you do come back, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. So Challange Daytona is held on the Daytona 500 track. And you really do bike around the Daytona 500 track. And then you go out. I think you may even go down by Daytona Beach. It looks like an amazing venue. You swim right in the Daytona 500. I think there's a man-made lake there, which is fantastic for me again because I hate swimming and not being close to edges. I hate being in the middle of a lake and not being able to see land close to me. That is what gets me scared, and that's what got me into trouble in Switzerland. That's the dilemma about doing the Valley Harvest Marathon, is that the Challange Daytona is less than a month and a half away. So I don't know the spacing. If I could get some help for you guys, that'd be fantastic. What is a good spacing between a marathon and a triathlon? What do you think? And how do I blend in marathon training into triathlon training? That's another downside. I have no clue how I'm gonna do that. But all that aside, there's one main focus. There's one thing I'm doing no matter what, because I'm not sure about half Ironman Mont Tremblant. I've signed up, but I don't know if I'm going to do it. I don't know if I'm going to go to Challange Daytona, and I don't know about the marathons. But there's one race that I know for sure I'm doing. I don't care what it takes, I'm doing this race because that is my redemption for 2019. This is going to be the ITU Grand Final in Edmonton in August 23rd, 2020. Now, for those of you that are new to the channel, I qualified for the ITU Grand Final last year, so that meant I was on Team Canada, the age group squad. Just one sec, if you don't believe me, I'll go grab my gear. I'll be right back. See? Right here. The proof is right here. Camm Triathlon Canada. There's the proof right there. That's beside the point. So now that it's proven, I was at the ITU Grand Final last year, I gotta confess. I gotta confess something, and it's really embarrassing. But I did not finish it. I did start it. If you haven't watched the video of my explanation of what happened, I'll link it up here, but it was just bad water conditions, bad mental space, and those two things combined means a DNF. I did DNF, but that's totally fine. Onward and upwards, that's what we do here. We learn from our mistakes, we grow from it, and then we push forward because we're stronger for it. I obviously need a little bit more coffee because I'm not hyper enough. Pretty sick mug, eh? I think this was $5. $5 for this bike mug. Not bad. Yeah, I qualified again for this year for the ITU Grand Final, this time in Edmonton. Now, the difference between the Edmonton race and the race in Switzerland is obviously I don't get to go to a cool country. I'm going to Edmonton, Canada. Haven't been before, but take a look at these pictures comparing them. I don't know. But it will be exciting nonetheless because it is a big event, many great athletes. You get to see the pros. It's a whole week event. It's a lot of fun. So I'm really looking forward to that. And this will be my redemption for last year. And I'm very confident in that because I have been taking every measure to, one, improve my swimming, because that was what got me in trouble last year. And two, the swim is in a little pond pretty much. So I'm not going to be in the middle of a big lake. It's going to be me and 1,000 others in a little pond, splashing around, splashing, having a bath, but I'll be able to see the sides. And that's what keeps me zen. If I can see the sides, I can combat my mental health and just calm myself down and realize that I'm okay. So that is taking place on August 23rd. So there's no way I'm doing any races between middle of July and probably the 1st of September will be my main training block and rest and recovery for the Edmonton ITU Grand Final.